Right now at 5, the suspected Venezuelan gang member accused of sexual assault in Prairie du Chien appears in court.
And a local school is expanding its preschool program.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. The suspected Venezuelan gang member arrested for domestic battery in Prairie du Chien is in court.
26-year-old Alejandro Jose Coronel Zarate faces 6 counts, including second-degree sexual assault, child abuse, strangulation, and battery. According to the criminal complaint, Coronel Zarate sexually assaulted a woman he'd been living with several times earlier this month. The next day, the woman told police that he choked her and shoved her daughter by the hair, causing a head injury. Authorities
found fake immigration documents on him when they arrested him, and they believe he has ties to the transnational gang Tren de Aragua. He is held on a $10,000 cash bond.
St. Mark Lutheran School is thanking those who helped after yesterday's wagon accident that sent 25 people, including children, to the hospital. It happened during a field trip to Bushel and a Peck apple orchard in Lafayette when a tractor-pulled wagon overturned. In a Facebook post today, the school's principal praised the quick-acting staff and chaperones, saying they jumped in immediately to assist the injured. He also noted the Chippewa County Sheriff's Department commended their response.
Well, we have some storms headed our way this evening, so we're going to send it right over to Greg because we do have an alert day today.
We have alert day conditions. We actually already had one severe storm in Fillmore County that's kind of since weakened a little bit, but we have more action going on continuing through about 10 p.m. And right now it's been hail and winds. And right now, as you look at radar, just some white boxes out there, and that's a special weather statement, meaning the winds could get up to 50 miles per hour. You could have hail, maybe up to dime size. So something to take note of, but they're not quite severe. And if we kind of zoom in, there is the one storm that was actually a severe storm in Fillmore County, actually tipped over a semi on Highway 64. That wind has thus diminished. And if you look at the Doppler winds, as you notice, there's less of the bright green out there coming towards the radar, which means the winds have decreased. But still, we had Preston Airport at 45 miles per hour. So that's really the main storm right now. There is the hail tracks showing that we did have some hail reports out to the west. And then near Preston, we've also had some wind reports. So that's the main storm right now. Everything to the north is fairly weakened right now. And then as we look towards Eau Claire, they've had a few storms, but nothing severe. And further south, everything is really developing still to the west. So some of the activity we have right now, but we're going to see more rounds coming tonight. Once that ends, after about 10 to 11 p.m., we have a dry start to the weekend. Unfortunately, the tail end of it begins wet and cooler conditions. Of course, fall starts on Sunday. The good news, if you're looking all the way to next week, we got some good news for Oktoberfest, too, and we'll kind of break all that down a bit later.
Excellent. Thank you, Greg.
Well, last week, GET School Board voted to expand a program to combat the area's ongoing child care crisis.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergott met with school district officials today. Joins us live in studio with the story.
Ken and Emily, All Day 4K is coming to the GET School District for the next school year. Officials at the district say it's a long time coming and the right thing for the community. District officials have been hoping for years to make this happen, especially after hearing from GET families. Like many places in Wisconsin, the area is experiencing a child care crisis, and an All Day 4K will provide families with another care option. While GET currently has a half-day 4K program, it's not helped families with their child care costs.
Their child would come to 4K for half a day, but they'd still have to pay for a whole day slot. And when we would talk to parents, a lot of them talked about, we just need an all-day place for our kids.
The vote to expand the 4K program comes just after the district opened a new Head Start program. And GET officials say providing more educational opportunities for the youngest community members will help set up the area for success. Enrollment for the all-day 4K won't start until this coming February. Ken and Emily?
All right, Allison, thank you.
Cancer patients in Tomah are getting some extra support thanks to a local organization. Treasured Chests of Monroe County is a nonprofit that supports women with breast cancer. Today they announced a $5,000 donation to help infusion patients at Tomah Health. Some members of the organization are survivors themselves, so they understand firsthand what patients need during treatment.
I know the fear, I know just the pain that you're going through, and if we can help somebody so we can lessen that or make their worries a little bit less by helping them in some way, that it makes me feel amazing.
The organization raises money through a couple of fundraisers they do yearly, the biggest being Ladies' Night Out, which raised about $25,000 this year.
Well, as the Oktoberfest parade season approaches, there's an important change regarding candy distribution. Oktoberfest USA and La Crosse Police have recommended to prohibit throwing candy during the Oktoberfest parades. Tonight's parade will not distribute candy or any other items, but the Maple Leaf Parade will allow items to be handed to attendees on the curb. La Crosse Police says these changes were made because of some growing concerns surrounding the safety of children at these major parades.
We have vehicles moving and the kids are running right out into the street in front of those moving vehicles. And for the safety of everyone involved, we want to work in partnership. So that recommendation was brought forward solely for the safety.
The Torchlight Parade will start Thursday at 7 p.m. the week of Oktoberfest, followed by the Torchlight Afterglow Bash at La Crosse's Copeland Park.
The La Crosse Jail Ministry recognized those who give their time to help others today. The organization hosted a volunteer appreciation breakfast this morning at First Presbyterian Church in La Crosse. The event honored over 100 volunteers who serve residents at the La Crosse County Jail. The jail ministry provides spiritual guidance and rehabilitation support to inmates and former inmates. And the chaplain says it wouldn't be possible without a dedicated team by her side.
So without all of them behind me doing all this work and knowing where I can send them, it makes all the difference in the world.
The ministry has offered spiritual reading materials, lessons, and counseling, efforts aimed at reducing repeat offenses since 1978.
Big changes coming to Hillview Nursing Home.
We'll give you an inside look into their renovations coming up.
The liberal elite in Washington are running one of their own here in Wisconsin. A political insider who worked to elect liberals in California even supported a dark money group focused on defunding the police. Her name, Rebecca Cook, political operative bankrolled by the liberal elite. They handpicked her to help win back the House, trusted to elect liberal heroes like Mandela Barnes. They trust her because Rebecca Cook is one of them.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Who loves a good game of Plinko? Wesco and Sparta is making sure your price is right. Come on in and play a game of Plinko to see what your discount is. Discounts up to 30% off in select departments. What discount will you get? Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
I have had the privilege of working with an exceptional team to install over 12,000 home improvements for local homeowners in the last 35 years. Now it's time for me to spend a little more time with my bride of over 50 years. Fortunately, I found an experienced remodeling contractor and corporate project manager to lead the board store into the future.
And with an outstanding team by my side, I am proud to lead this amazing company my dad has built. And we look forward to continuing to serve you with the great value that is the board store trademark.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
As a prosecutor, I never asked a victim or a witness, are you a Republican or a Democrat? The only thing I ever asked them, are you okay? And that's the kind of president we need right now. Someone who cares about you and is not putting themselves first. I intend to be a president for all Americans and focus on investing right now in you, the American people. And we can chart a new way forward. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, changes are on the horizon at Hillview Nursing Home in La Crosse. A nearly $20 million renovation is in the works.
News 8 Now's Michael Germain joins us live in the studio with more on what's in store.
Ken and Emily, Hillview officials say the changes coming will focus on enhancing short-term rehabilitation and end-of-life care services. Originally, plans called for a brand new standalone assisted living facility, but high bids stalled the project. Now, Hillview is moving forward with a new vision, transforming the existing building to serve more than just the current residents.
This building will be our nursing home. It'll also be our CBRF assisted living.
The La Crosse County Board authorized $19.6 million in funding for the project, which includes an adult day center, supportive housing, and a child day center.
There was ARPA dollars that we knew needed to be spent, and the county board dedicated dollars to go towards childcare.
Construction on the project began last week, focusing on the east side of the building.
That is the part of the building that's going to be the CBRF and our supportive housing, and then the intergenerational day center. So that'll provide programmings to the adults and the children. Those are complete renovations.
Although it's an exciting time for the facility, it is disrupting the lifestyles of some residents.
Residents that are living on a hallway that's going to be renoed, they will be relocated to the transitional hallway temporarily.
But Kramer reassures that they are doing what they can to make the changes as smooth as possible.
But we do believe we have a good plan in place that will allow residents to stay here during the reno.
The goal is to complete the entire project by December of 2025. As for their CBRF facility, they aim to have everything finalized and fully operational by September of 2025. Ken and Emily, back.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Well, we've got more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we got storms this evening, but the good news is Friday's looking warm and dry. Unfortunately, we also got some rain for later in the weekend, so we'll time out the rain from later in the weekend and show you what the temperatures look like going into next week. That all coming up on your First One Weather Update after the break.
Ashley knows that some of our most important traditions and memories start around the dining table. From cozy breakfast nooks to formal dining areas, we have versatile options that fit any space, with styles ranging from mid-century modern to farmhouse or traditional, starting at just $499.99. Only at Ashley.
Their Bidenomics led to the highest inflation in 40 years, highest gas prices ever, skyrocketing interest rates, unaffordable housing, incomes down, unemployment rising, and a recession now headed our way. Yet Kamala Harris is clueless.
We are very proud of Bidenomics. Bidenomics is working.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step, from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
Gas, groceries, school supplies, everything costs more. Eggs are almost twice as much as they were 4 years ago. Biden, Harris, and the Democrats keep telling us things are better. They aren't better. And Tammy Baldwin is making it worse, raising taxes, running up debt, voting for spending that's driving inflation. 25 years in Washington and she's done nothing. It's time for a change.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Looking for a better night's sleep? Ashley Sleep offers mattresses for every level of comfort, from soft, cloud-like comfort to firm next-level support. We have affordable mattress options for everybody. Find your perfect match today, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
Yeah, we still got the storms tonight, but as I mentioned, Friday and Saturday are looking still dry and actually warm before we have more rain chances come in. Unfortunately, Sunday and Monday look at least cloudy and cooler. The rain is opportunity there too, we'll see. But overall, we do have the storms here about 10 p.m. They may linger past that, but I think the severe threat really diminishes quickly this time of year. Damaging winds, we've seen some of that already, and hail, especially to the west, we've already seen some of that hail too. So those are the main threats as they come through. Right now we have a severe thunderstorm watch out to the area. Most of the area just north of La Crosse until about 10 p.m. There's actually a tornado watch now further north of Rice Lake. They got a little bit more stronger storms up there potentially developing too. But right now, all this activity right now is not severe, but still it's fairly strong with some gusty winds. We've just had now that white box has a special weather statement, meaning could have winds that could get up to 50 miles per hour. So some gusty winds coming through this time. This is just round one, really, as we kind of zoom in. This storm that's coming up right now just north of La Crosse, and then there's more activity. So it will be a wet, maybe another 35 to 45 minutes here coming through. But after that, we're going to see more development. That's the one line coming through. Once we see that, we're going to see development of a potentially stronger line. By the time we get to about 7 or 8, that could come through La Crosse. Now, there's a lot more question marks going up to Eau Claire that they may not see a lot of thunderstorms going on. It'll be more hit and miss probably through 7. We're really going to have to keep an eye on this line coming through I-90. It'll continue to surge southeastward. Could be some individual stronger storms ahead of that into southwest Wisconsin. Then by about 8, I think a lot of the activity then pushes east. And then we're getting into more like Crawford County, Vernon County, up towards Volksfield. But notice to the back of this too, it kind of tapers off quite quickly, really. By the time we get to about 10 p.m., we're seeing almost partly cloudy skies, quiet conditions for most of the area up there. This will kind of come through the area, pass through about 10 p.m. Most of it should be pushed to the east. So then the rest of the night should be fairly quiet. The only thing we're going to be dealing with after 10 p.m. through tomorrow morning is low cloud development and fog potential as we go through the morning commute. And you can note that a lot of this is just low clouds that develop or fog as we get closer to 4 a.m., especially further north you go to, north of Eau Claire up there, and then a lot of the river valleys in southwest Wisconsin could see some of that fog developing towards your morning commute. I don't know if it'll be dense quite yet, but something to keep in mind for your morning commute. You will see that out there. The good news is once we get past that, about 8 to 9 a.m., we should start seeing plenty of sun during the afternoon. It's that light west wind. The temperatures will climb pretty quickly. We're going to have another warm day, probably into the 80s, given that we're going to start off fairly warm in the mid-60s for a lot of locations. Tomorrow evening for Friday Night Football, once again, no issues to speak of. Quiet conditions, temperatures lowering back into the 60s, maybe some upper 50s. We're not expecting any type of rainfall, a few passing clouds. There's your highs tomorrow. Another day of 80s. We've seen that quite a few. We got maybe one more day on Saturday before things do change, and that really is responsible because we have another system to the west that'll be approaching Saturday. So most of Saturday looks okay, but then we're going to see showers, thunderstorms potentially developing towards Saturday night as this front kind of comes through. This front looks to stall at some point on Sunday, and then this low that comes up from the north. There's a lot of question marks in regard how far north this low will get, but it does look like it's going to spread at least cloud cover, maybe some light rain going into Sunday into Monday. Better chance as you go further south. Areas to the north of La Crosse probably won't see as much rain. Then as we go into Sunday and Monday, we see those rain chances continue as you see on the 8-day forecast. Then next week, our temperatures fall back to the 70s, which is where we should be a little bit as fall starts on Sunday. The rest of the week, once we get past Tuesday, looks dry. We start climbing back up to the mid-70s, which is a little bit above average. And for the most part right now, after Tuesday, and this goes all the way through the following weekend, it does look dry at the moment. So Sunday and Monday look like the wettest period right now, but there are some question marks if the system tracks further south. Sunday may just be some cloud cover and not much rain at all, so we'll keep an eye on that. But notice the trend on the temperatures, we're going back to where we should be. So the 80s are done for now once we get past Sunday, Saturday.
And towards the tail end, it looks like pretty good for Oktoberfest.
So far, it looks good. We'll keep fingers crossed if nothing changes, but for right now, I think that's look good.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Local volunteers RSVP to a celebration.
How people 55 and better are being honored for making an impact in the community.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now This Morning, it's Foodie Friday, and we're hitting the road with Crum & Co. Roadside Stand, how they're working to uplift local businesses and how you can help.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Tammy Baldwin on transparency.
I don't think there should be two sets of rules, one for the wealthy and one for the rest of us.
12 years later, Baldwin pushed for conflict of interest regulations, but exempted herself. And Baldwin won't disclose any shared assets she has with her partner. despite the potential for conflict of interest. Tell Tammy Baldwin we deserve the truth. Wisconsin Principals is responsible for the content of this advertising.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're gonna find whatever you want and you're gonna find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans available. And as always, free delivery. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit us today.
King Furniture.
Nice people, nice furniture.
It's Ford SUV season in the Northland. Time for great offers across the entire lineup, including Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Get ready for the coming season with weather-ready features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Amazing offers on your favorite Ford SUVs. This is Ford SUV season. Now, lease a new 2024 Ford Bronco Sport for just $319 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
It's a lot quieter around here than it used to be. I'm Rebecca Cook. When I was growing up, this farm was bustling. Holsteins, hired hands, harvesting crops. But big corporations put family farms like mine out of business. And what has Derek Van Orden done? Nothing. Tax cuts for big ag, rising healthcare costs, undermining our democracy, extremism. We need real working people in Washington. And that's why I approve this message.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Coulee Region and Senior Volunteer Program is celebrating 51 years.
Today, the Coulee Region RSVP hosted its annual volunteer recognition event at the Moose Lodge in La Crosse. The event awarded 64 of its members, with Sandra Hoser receiving a 4,000-hour award and Marty Clark receiving a 10,000-hour award.
Wow, okay, so this organization helps people 55 and older volunteer in their community. One volunteer says she is delighted with the leader and how she's running this program, and she's very excited to be part of it.
I am awed at all that Ruth Kinsler does. She is a marvelous person, and I'm just thrilled to be part of this organization.
The Coulee Region RSVP is looking to fill spots for drivers. So if you want to volunteer, we will have that link posted on all of our digital platforms.
Well, doesn't that make you feel bad about your volunteer hours?
10,000. That is a milestone right there.
That is good. Good for them. And I like that they're targeting that age group, like getting them out and about and finding things that fit their personalities and hobbies and all of that stuff.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We'll have to get Ruth in here, because if Sandra loves her so much, I think we need an in-studio interview.
Ruth needs to be here. All right, we'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after the break.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run, presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
I'm not old enough to vote yet, but I learned how 1 out of 6 of us will someday be raped.
So please, think about me when you vote.
I learned how our freedom to have an abortion was taken away.
Even in cases of rape or incest. Even to travel to get an abortion.
You know who got rid of Roe v. Wade.
When you vote, please think about me.
Because the politician who got rid of Roe v. Wade, he couldn't care less.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 22% with 0 down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's fall tool sale is going on now. Shop our unbeatable selection and prices on great brands to help you tackle fall projects. Like over half off 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords, just $32.99. This Milwaukee brushless grinder with paddle switch, only $119. Save $15 on 3M Digital WorkTunes hearing protection, $49.99. And shop new fall colors of men's work and sport sweatshirts, starting at $19.99.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 Denali models. That's over $6,400 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Welcome to the party. We all make this show together. You guys, this is our show. You just never know who you're gonna meet here. Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
All right, we still got the severe thunderstorm potential. There's a watch out till 10 p.m. We have the alert days too. Really looking at radar right now. The main storm we're watching is one just outside of our area just west of Decorah that has ping pong size hail potentially. So that's one developing. We'll probably see more developing as they come through. So just keep the weather alert handy. Good news is tomorrow it's much quieter and warmer. That's good news.
Have that app ready to go.
That's right. Thank you all for joining us tonight at 5.
We'll see you at 6.